This is a 2026 Chevy Silverado ZR2 AEV edition. And you guys can tell it does have the 35s. I borrowed this truck from Jerry Seiner Chevrolet here in Salt Lake City. Be sure to ask for Larry. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys see the options and features on this build. At the very top is a description with the colors. And then here's a short listing of the standard features. Be sure to pause to see more. Base price comes in at $50,500. And then starting off the options is ZR2 Bison for $11,700. Then technology package, sunroof, underbody cameras, and then TurboMax hood emblem. Also the Bison edition discount is $1,500. Destination comes in at $2,095 with a total price of $65,820. And then here are the Philly commenters off to the side. I never thought I'd see the day where a Chevy Colorado could cost nearly $70,000. But then again, you can get a side-by-side over $60,000, so what's another $5,000 to $10,000 for an actual pickup truck that you can live with day to day? One of my favorite things about this truck is the bumpers. I just purchased an AEV bumper, and my goodness, these things are heavy, which is why the payload is so low, but they're E-coated and powder coated, so they're pretty much overbuilt steel bumpers, and they're going to help protect the truck, obviously. And one thing that you get with the AEV edition is just great protection down below. Now you guys see you do have a cutout there for that radiator, and those skid plates go pretty far back too. Red recovery hooks, premium lighting for headlights and fog lights, incandescent turn signals, and I like that blackout on the front of that grill, flow through tie, and that's just fixed right there. But yeah, overall really nice styling. And let's go ahead and check out what's underneath this truck too. So right here, this is why this truck costs so much. This does have the Multimatic DSSV, which is dynamic suspension spool valve. And you guys see those control arms? They're steel, that lower one and the upper one. You have aluminum steer knuckle. But this Multimatic is basically using spool valves versus the deflective disc. And it has an oil reservoir built in. Also, this does have the jounce stop right, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's like right there. Right there. This has the jounce stops, and it's just an overbuilt suspension. Now here's a quick peek at the tires. These are the Goodyear Wrangler Territory MTs, 315/70/17 tire size. That's basically 34.4 inches and 12.4 inches in width. So they're a pretty meaty tire. So it's not a true 35, they just like to round off basically. Now as far as the capacity goes for the tires, right here, 2,535 pounds at 35 psi, B-lock capable wheels, and I like the design of them too. As we scoot back, I mean, this truck looks really cool. I think I would definitely rock a ZR2 with this package on it. Black mirror caps, door handles, you have a little bit of blackout right here for those emblems. And as far as your skid plates go, let's go ahead and pop back under here. You can see the rock rails, how they add those on. They're added onto the cab of the truck. More protection for that transfer case. What else? Skid plate for that fuel tank. And I wonder if you guys will be able to see that camera. Where is it at? So this had the underbody camera. Oh, it's right there. You guys see that? That's your cameras right there. And they do have some protection for that rear axle if you have to slide over a rock. So yes, this is truly an off-road capable truck. More Multimatic out back. You have 4 leaves in that main pack 2 E-coated frame. Here's the other jounce stop too. You can see that one a little bit better. Hopefully you can see that. They do provide a liner in the rear. And you should be able to see that protection for that rear diff too, so you can slide over rocks. But yeah, overall, this is definitely a really nice pickup truck. I do like what GM has done with this truck. They've taken it and really built it into something pretty extreme. It's not a Baja, but it is a overlander for sure. Incandescent taillights. You also have 4 and 7 pin for your trailer. Rear parking sensors. You also have recovery hooks built into the bumper. Incandescent lights. And this is going to be assisted. Spray in. 400 watts of power right there. And let's see. Storage. I don't like the design of this. Every time I do this, I get lucky sometimes. But like right now, yeah, it's not a great design. Now, as far as your axles go, you do have front and rear lockers. Nothing new there. 342 rear. And then that's your ZR2 Bison badge right there. I never thought I would say this, but the best thing about the ZR2 is this engine. If you guys don't know, this is considered the Turbo Max. 2.7 liter inline 4 turbocharged engine. And it makes sense in a mid-size pickup truck. And it has big horsepower and torque. Now, before I discuss that, why is this the best thing about this truck? I spoke with a few master techs, and they have never seen one of these engines come back, whether it be in this or even in the Silverado half tons. So this engine is pretty overbuilt. Now, in the past, the 5.3s have had issues, the 6.2s have had their issues and are continuing to have issues. But this 2.7 liter is chugging right along. I mean, it's been out now for what, 3 or 4 years now? Probably a little bit more than that. And so far, so good. And if that doesn't make it a great option, 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. All that power does go through an 8-speed transmission. And as I said earlier, they use this engine in the Silverado half ton. So they can tow up to 9,000, 10,000 pounds, somewhere in that ballpark with this configuration, which should tell you this is a pretty overbuilt engine. Dual overhead cam. It's kind of built like a diesel, pretty overbuilt, I would say, overall. But regardless of it, it's reliable, and that's why it's the best thing in this truck. As far as the interior goes, this still needs some work. I've said this in the past. Even though that off-road package shouldn't justify options, it's just a lot of money, and there's a lot of hard plastic. You don't have power folding outside mirrors. Also, Toyota Tacoma has auto up and down for all the windows, and I know it's like a small thing, but it makes a big deal in my book. You still have your seat memories, however, and this is the Artemis in black interior. 10-way driver's seat, however, that passenger seat is manual. Tilt and telescoping steering wheel. And I do like the silver accent that they give you. They also give you like some camouflage around the interior. This perforated leather has a cool design to it. I like that lime green stitching with that AEV in the headrest. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. Manual seat. 10-way driver's seat. They should give you a power seat on both sides for this price point. Again, it's just my humble opinion. Grab handle on this side, but not one on that side. Your visors were updated for 2025. You guys see some of your controls. You have incandescent bulbs for the interior. You also can see your lockers right there. Drive modes, full drive auto. 12-volt power plugs in this area too. Out back, They do take away some of that nice trimming that you saw on the front doors. 60/40 bench. You can't get this in a Ford Ranger for whatever reason. I always forget to show this, however. There is a 120 volt power plug. Whenever I go to edit my videos, I always see it. Like, darn, I forgot to mention that. You guys see your USBs, air vents, cup holders, seat back pockets. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. Worth mentioning, they do give you the AEV all-weather mats. You guys see right there? You have your stop-start engine there. So, what is so special about this truck? Let's answer that question really quickly. First thing is first, if you go to cameras, no other truck in the segment has this, and I think it's super cool. So if you go here, you have your underbody cameras. You can see front and rear basically. Let's go ahead and turn off this too so that we have a wider view. Now if you want, you can pretty much flip it to where you can see out back and then out front here, where you can see the tires. That way you know which one you're looking at. Top is the front, this is the rear, and then this is just showing you the frontal part. Now let's just say you're off-road, truck's getting muddy, can't see now. They've thought that through. You can pretty much clean off the cameras, and I really think this is such a cool thing, because if you need to see where you're going, it's just really well thought out. Good job on GM for adding that. Now if you go to vehicle status, you can't even get this, what I'm about to show you, on the HDs and half tons. You go to gauges. I like to see temperatures. They show you an actual temperature for coolant, for your transmission, and it looks like they might have updated this too. And this is your oil right there. So yeah, I like the updated version of this too. Your trip information is tucked away in the screen. So if you want to see like your trip, how well you're doing on fuel economy, which is not going to be so great with these big old tires, you can see it here. Now if you would like, you see that you have full screen navigation, and I like this because if you want to have your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto up on this for your music, you can use this for your navigation. But let's just say you want to add your trip information to this screen. I'm going to go ahead and click it right here. It's already listed right here, but you can add it there if you like. Now let's just go to current trip. You can't add this to the driver screen on this side, and that's pretty nice that they do that for you. Now let's go back. Can you do the gauges? You might be able to. Let's just say you're going off-road, you want to monitor that transmission. You can add this to the driver display. Okay? What else? Their off-road pages are really nice because it shows you the altitude. So we're at 4,174 feet. They have terrain, overlanding, and then they have those built into that menu too. Now as you guys saw, stuff is built into this screen. Same thing goes for your lighting. So your lighting is built in. If you hit this icon here, here's some of those controls that they do hide inside the screen. That's why the interior looks pretty clean. Wireless charger is down there. That's pretty much all I really care to show you guys. There's multiple drive modes. Let's see here. Let's go to the first one is normal, off-road, tow haul, terrain, and Baja. So you can click here and it shows you what this basically means. Gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 3,500 pounds. The rear is 3,400 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is 6,350 pounds, and those wheels are 17 by 8.5 wide. All-in payload is 1,045 pounds, and they say you can run the tire pressure at 36 psi, but you guys saw the max on the tire is actually 35, so that's pretty funny. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, that way you don't miss an upload. Plan on doing some more videos like this, and hopefully I'll have a chance to do a fuel economy run against maybe like the Trail Boss truck, which would be kind of nice to see the difference between the two. Later.